Every year, the gaming world eagerly anticipates the announcement of the Game of the Year, and while some winners are undeniable, there are always a few that slip through the cracks. These are the games that left unforgettable impressions with their gameplay, storylines, or innovative visuals, but somehow didn't take the crown. It's tough to watch these masterpieces get passed over, even though their legacy lives on with fans. So today, we're diving into the top 10 games that, in our opinion, were deserving of the Game of the Year title, but missed out. Let's celebrate the unsung champions of gaming, titles that shaped the industry and remain unforgettable to this day. The Souls series has consistently shown how a franchise can thrive without compromising its core identity, even after multiple installments. While many Souls games share a dark, foreboding tone, Bloodborne takes a unique path with its haunting mix of Gothic and Victorian themes. The game's eerie setting is brought to life with intricate level design, gripping gameplay, and boss battles that leave a lasting impact. Even players who aren't drawn to the Souls-like genre often find themselves captivated by Bloodborne's atmosphere and challenge. Regarded by many as a true masterpiece, it's hard not to feel the sting of its Game of the Year loss. That honor went to The Witcher 3, another exceptional title, highlighting the bittersweet truth that only one game can take the top spot, even when both are iconic. Uncharted 4 was one of the most anticipated games, marking the grand conclusion to one of the greatest action-adventure series of the modern era. With Tomb Raider losing some of its impact, Uncharted 4 had the spotlight all to itself, making its release a major event for action-adventure fans. When it finally dropped, it surpassed every expectation, pushing the PlayStation 4 to its limits with a more expansive and refined experience. The emotional story, seamless cinematic gameplay, and jaw-dropping visuals set a new bar for the genre. Coming from the PS3, it was astonishing to see how massive and immersive it felt. Uncharted 4 received glowing reviews, with many considering it a top contender for Game of the Year. However, the award went to Overwatch, a surprise winner at the time due to the fresh appeal of the hero shooter genre. In hindsight, many feel that Uncharted 4 was the more deserving title, especially given how Overwatch 2 has been received by fans today. It's clear now that Uncharted 4 was the true Game of the Year. Stranding was a game that split opinions with its unconventional gameplay and abstract storytelling. True to Hideo Kojima's style, the narrative was puzzling and required attention to fully appreciate. But for those who embraced it, the game revealed itself as a stunning visual masterpiece, with incredible graphics and lifelike portrayals of Hollywood stars like Norman Reedus and Léa Seydoux. The open world was a joy to explore, filled with diverse quests, hidden resources, and unexpected dangers. While the constant walking was a point of criticism, it became an integral part of the experience, fostering a sense of exploration. As you progress, you unlock vehicles and manage a complex inventory, creating an addictive cycle of discovery. Though some action sequences are sprinkled in, it's mostly a meditative journey that easily absorbs 40 hours or more. For those who loved it, Death Stranding deserved Game of the Year. But with Sekiro also releasing that year, the competition was fierce. Both games were worthy of the honor, making the decision bittersweet for fans of Kojima's creation.
President Bridget Strand was the symbol of American Reconstructionism. Even with the country...
Red Dead Redemption 2 stands out as one of the most intricately designed games in recent memory. Its visuals are still breathtaking, even outshining many modern titles despite its age. The open world is alive with a diverse array of wildlife, towns, and environments, creating a truly immersive experience. The storytelling is as captivating as a great novel, and the gameplay offers endless hours of exploration and adventure. From the main narrative to side activities like hunting, fishing, and gambling, there's no shortage of content, with the game easily offering 100+ hours of gameplay. The level of detail is unparalleled, from the way your character's temperature shifts with the weather to the realism in everyday interactions. With such a meticulously crafted world, it's no wonder fans were eager for RDR2 to take home Game of the Year. However, it was released during a year packed with exceptional games, and God of War's reboot claimed the title instead. While God of War certainly earned its accolades, it's hard not to feel that RDR2 was just as deserving of the honor. Ghost of Tsushima proved that an open-world action-adventure game can be both fresh and exciting without falling into the trap of repetition. When it was first announced, many feared it might feel too similar to the Assassin's Creed series, which had suffered from formulaic gameplay. However, upon release, Ghost of Tsushima quickly won over players with its engaging combat that allowed for both honorable samurai duels and stealthy takedowns. The open world is rich with detail, side quests, and activities that pull you deeper into its immersive environment. The tragic and beautiful story, inspired by classic samurai films, captured the spirit of feudal Japan perfectly. The developers were even thanked by Japan for their respectful representation of the culture. Despite all these strengths, it lost the Game of the Year title to The Last of Us 2, which, in my opinion, was a mistake. While The Last of Us 2 had its merits, its pacing issues and flawed writing didn't live up to the high standards set by its predecessor. In contrast, Ghost of Tsushima's more focused narrative and impeccable design deserved the win in 2020. God of War Ragnarok had a lot to live up to, being the follow-up to one of the most celebrated games in history. Unsurprisingly, it met those expectations, and in some areas, even surpassed them. The combat system was more varied, and the ability to explore more of the Norse universe added to its depth. While the final battle didn't quite reach the heights some fans anticipated, and the pacing wasn't as tight as the original, Ragnarok still stood as one of the finest games of its time. Its scale and grandeur were undeniably impressive, with every detail contributing to its majestic feel. However, 2022 was also home to another game that captured the hearts of gamers, Elden Ring. While Ragnarok certainly deserved recognition, it faced tough competition. In a different year, God of War Ragnarok might have taken home Game of the Year without question. Despite this, Elden Ring's win feels justified, leaving fans to hope that Ragnarok finds its place in the spotlight soon. Before 2018, Marvel's superhero games often lagged behind DC's iconic Arkham series, with only a few standout adaptations. However, that all changed when Spider-Man was released, marking a breakthrough for Marvel in the gaming world. The game managed to outshine its predecessors with a near-perfect recreation of New York City, offering fans the ultimate Spider-Man experience. The engaging story, solid acting performances, and addictive gameplay captured the essence of Peter Parker's dual life. The combination of martial arts and tech-based gadgets made combat thrilling, and the pacing kept you invested in both Peter's personal struggles and superhero adventures. It set a new standard for superhero games, earning widespread acclaim. Yet, much like Red Dead Redemption 2, it lost the Game of the Year title to God of War. 2018 was a year packed with incredible titles, and while God of War was deserving, Spider-Man was a game that deserved more recognition. The competition in that year truly made it a tough choice for the title.
And expose you! The shadows are sworn to me, and I will give them strength. What?
Destroy the mask!
I won't abandon you in the darkness, Martin!
In 2016, Doom made a triumphant return, reintroducing gamers to its intense, demon-slaying roots with a modern twist. The reboot paid homage to the classic Doom games, preserving the exhilarating gameplay, brutal combat, and iconic heavy metal soundtrack that fans loved. It wasn't just nostalgia. Doom established itself as an exceptional shooter, balancing relentless action with smooth, fast-paced mechanics that kept players hooked. Whether diving deep into the story or simply reveling in chaotic demon battles, Doom was an unforgettable experience that many believed deserved Game of the Year. However, the award went to Overwatch, which left fans shocked. It was tough to see a game as groundbreaking as Doom overlooked in favor of a multiplayer shooter, especially when Uncharted 4 also missed out. While Overwatch was a fresh entry, Doom truly set a high bar, making its loss a surprising moment in gaming. Survival horror games rarely make it to Game of the Year discussions, as they often struggle to balance scares and quality. However, Alien Isolation broke that mold, delivering an experience that felt true to the Alien film franchise. Rather than cheap scares, it captured the intense, claustrophobic atmosphere fans know well, presenting an original story that immersed players in fear and suspense. The graphics, atmospheric lighting, and realistic sound design created a hauntingly authentic experience, with the alien AI keeping players on edge throughout. The game's emphasis on stealth and the high-stakes encounters with the alien made each moment tense and unforgettable. However, Dragon Age Inquisition ultimately claimed Game of the Year, leaving fans of Alien Isolation a bit disappointed. While Inquisition was a worthy contender, exceptional horror games like Alien Isolation are much rarer, and its unique, immersive experience deserved recognition as one of the year's best. Alan Wake 2 didn't just meet the expectations set by its first game, it surpassed them in nearly every way. With photorealistic graphics, a complex, mind-bending story, and engaging gameplay, all directed by Sam Lake, it's a standout in the horror genre. The game masterfully combines terror with moments of levity and clever fourth-wall breaks, adding depth to the immersive experience. It's hard to discuss Alan Wake 2 without spoilers, but its production quality and creativity are evident in every aspect. Such a high-quality horror game is a rare treat, making Alan Wake 2 even more impressive. Unfortunately, it lost to Baldur's Gate 3, a title that was equally deserving of the Game of the Year award. While I respect Baldur's Gate 3 and its impact, part of me wishes Alan Wake 2 had released in a different year, as it was certainly worthy of the highest accolades. And that wraps up today's countdown of the top 10 games that, despite deserving it, missed out on the Game of the Year award. Each of these games left a lasting impression and holds a special place in my heart, whether they received the official title or not. It's always a bit disheartening to see such incredible titles go unrecognized, but their legacy lives on with fans like us. Let me know in the comments if you think there's a game I overlooked, or if you agree with the picks. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.